What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader. So in this video I'm just going to be doing a very short recording of this awesome new mod that I found on Halo Reach. So in the inspiration of the current Halo series on this channel and the past few mod videos which I've covered, I'm going to be showcasing this awesome vehicle mod. Now I briefly covered this in one of my last videos, just as a brief overview, and I mentioned it in my review. This is actually the modified Mongoose. So this is the modified Mongoose Motorcycle mod. So theoretically all this mod does is probably one of the most simple vehicle mods out there, but it's actually kind of nice. What it does is instead of 4 wheels on the Mongoose, it removes 2 of the vehicle's wheels and then it centers the other 2 remaining wheels in the center. Now this mod is actually made really nicely because it does actually mirror a real motorcycle. Like, it actually performs like a fully functioning Halo motorcycle vehicle. I'm not sure how they've done it, but they've actually crafted this thing really well. And another thing to mention is there's actually full custom sounds on this thing. I'm pretty sure this isn't the original Mongoose sounds. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone's tried this mod out, but when I was riding, I'm pretty sure they've changed the Mongoose sound, right? I'm pretty sure it's a different Halo sound they're using, although it might just be that I haven't ridden a Mongoose for a long time. I think you only get to ride the Mongoose once in the actual campaign, so this might be the case, but to me, I'm pretty sure they've replaced certain vehicle sounds. Now this is just a side view of the actual bike itself. Now I'm actually going to ride the bike to show you the front side view, so I'm just going to give you a bit of a rotation angle how it looks. Obviously it blends perfectly, even the metal railings on the back go straight into the wheel, so I'm not sure if they've added these railings in manually. I know that they've used modern software to edit this vehicle. I'm pretty sure the main modern software for Halo right now is called Ascension. So most people, what they do is they modify maps, and each map contains the data of all the vehicles and weapons and stuff in that map. So obviously I'm playing on Forge mode, so I can personally spawn everything, but this is actually just a purely modified Forge World map, so nothing's edited in the game mode Forge itself. This is entirely edited map file of Forge World. So in order to run this, obviously I've had to disable the anti-cheat so I can actually use mods without getting punished by the game or without the file checks being there. So this is entirely offline. I'm sure if people run the same mod, you can play offline custom games or something, but for the most part I'm just in a Forge map, just kind of having fun myself. But I'm taking this thing for a ride right now. I'm just having a little bit of a demonstration of it because it's actually really cool to say that it's such a simple modification to the actual original vehicle. It's actually really fun to ride, but without having the total and complete 4 wheels, it's a completely different experience. It's still the same speed, or at least it seems like it, as the Mongoose, because it's not entirely fast. You'd think if it was a motorcycle it'd carry less weight and it'd only have 2 wheels, so you'd think it's a really fast thing. No, this is actually kind of average speed. It's kind of semi-slow like the Mongoose is in Halo, so they haven't really changed the speed values as far as I'm concerned, but it kind of performs well going up the hills and going over rugged terrain. The only problem is though, is if you go up a hill at the wrong angle or go into a very tight crevice. I'll show you a few demonstrations of actually going through the cave here in a moment, but if you actually go up certain different types of terrain and you roll over, it does for the most part flip automatically sometimes, but most of the time it will actually topple onto one side like you can see it doing here. Now it obviously recovered because it managed to do a full barrel roll in mid-air basically, but sometimes you're going to have to get out and flip the vehicle because it only has 2 wheels, so it doesn't actually have that sense of weight on both sides, so there's not as much balance, which is obviously is typical of motorcycle. So it performs like a motorcycle. It's basically like an official Halo vehicle. The only problem is obviously the Mongoose's chassis is originally made for an ATV, so it's originally a quad bike in Halo, so you'll see that the actual body of the armoring or the outside cover of the motorcycle, it is thick. It's basically just the Mongoose body, so it doesn't really look like a motorcycle. I mean, you can kind of get away with it, but it still has that beefy ATV look. But for the most part, it's kind of nice for a small vehicle edit. I haven't made a comparison to the old Mongoose with this. Now you'll see I am actually going to flip this thing. This is exactly what I mean. When you flip it, for the most part, most of the time it's going to stay flipped. So I'm just going to show you, if we do drive it into the water, there's no special characteristics or anything. It's just going to explode straight away. So this is kind of just a preview of how this custom vehicle is. This is really well made, very simple edit, but as with the majority of Halo mods right now that modify things, this is a map edit. So some mods actually let you download small file sizes, which is just patches, but you have to have knowledge of editing mods yourself to actually get the map mods to work. However, with the most files right now, most of the files that are map mods, people share the whole map file. So just to get a small modification like this, you have to download the full Forge World map. So we're talking like 300 to 400 MB just for this small vehicle. Is it worth it? Probably not, because you're going to have to wait, a little while for it to download. But apart from that, it's really nicely made. So this is a close-up if anyone wants to make a comparison. And that's just so you can compare it to the original Mongoose. So that's the Mongoose Motorcycle vehicle. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Halo videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.